Game isn't that easy. Yes. Yes, it's super easy. G-Flock A, if you are consistent, that's it. I don't care if you're making 1 penny and you're consistently making it, then it's that easy. That's all there is to it. So when Sonia says that she made $7, that's all she's got to do. If she makes $7 consistently, 700's easy. I just had a talk with one of the people that I just that I've been teaching, working with over the last year and a half, and me and him had this exact conversation. He's going to quit his job and go full-time now because he's finally got the knack down, right? And his questions were just the same because now he's consistently profitable, but not at a high rate, right? Like, let me rephrase that. He's consistently profitable, but not big profits, right? And the reason that he doesn't have big profits is because obviously he hasn't moved his size up yet, or multiple accounts. He's just got, I think, maybe an account or two, right? And that's where the game changes. It's easy once you're consistent. Once you're consistent, making whatever you feel like making a day just takes time. So that's it. It's the hard part's over. So if Sonia's making $7, let's just say $7 a trade, and it doesn't matter how many times she trades it. I'm not going to tell anybody how many times they should or shouldn't trade. Not going to get into that because I don't think there's any truth to how many times you should or shouldn't trade. I think that's personal preference and exactly what works for you. But regardless, even if Sonia makes $7 on a trade and only takes 1 trade a day, and that's it, there's nothing wrong with that. What do you want to make a week? She can make that, right? Will it take time? It depends. It depends on if you're trying to build up an account. It depends on if you're just going to add more funded accounts. It doesn't matter, but she can get to whatever price point she wants if she can consistently make $7. There's nothing to it. You know what I mean? It's super easy. You want to make 700? Well, all you got to do is up your units by 10 or up your accounts by 10 if you don't want to, up risk that way, which normally isn't something you can do. Up and risk normally isn't something you can do. However, if you're making $7 on, say, a micro on a funded account on a 50K, well, now you can run 10 50Ks on a copy trader, and you're doing the same thing, right? So it's just all in what you prefer. But either way, super, super easy once you are consistent. So that's the main goal. Let's look at what we're looking at. Oh, Jeff, we want to go over that trade. Now, the reason that it was scary, we were talking about the top wick, was this right here, Jeff. So we got a close below, expected for a wick up, which we got, a flip of the candle, which we got to drive down for 20 ticks. There was the reason that I said that it was risky, right here, because you always have that idea that you can come back up and put a top wick on this candle. See? So that was the candle I was concerned about when entering on this one. Okay. So stop loss was a bit of a problem because you essentially probably needed to put it in a place that would give you area for a top wick there, which is super, super, super scary. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Yep. It's simple and easy once you're consistent. What are you talking about? That's live. You might make $7 consistently and lose $10 consistently. You're gonna go very fast. Fair? Fair, Jeff? Yeah. If that's if that's the way, then yeah. That's not good. You got to consistently profit set amount, not just make it and then lose more than that. You got to consistently profit a fair amount, right? Here we go for the move down, guys. There is nowhere to get involved there. If somebody's short, perfect. Make sure you manage it. This was essentially the move that we expected out of whatever candle this was. What was it? That's the 830. Yeah, we were hoping for that move. We want it to go up, wick the stops like it did now, and then come down, break these lows, and come back down. But it didn't actually get the stop. So when it went up there was no reaction, right? It went up and it kind of hit it like a tick into the stops. Something around there, and there was no reaction. What we were looking for was this reaction here to where it came up. So this is, you know. All right, what do we got? A lot of people don't share their losses, so it can be hard. That's why you should always, you know, pay attention to people trading live and things of that nature. Because that's always going to be an issue, Jeff. No. Yeah. Having a positive mindset's a good thing. You should always try to stay as positive as you can. Yep. Sounds a lot like limiting losses. No, you should always be positive, Chief Locke. You should always be positive, thinking that you're going to accomplish this goal, you're going to do it, but be aware that the risks that you take with each goal that you take on, right? But you should still always be positive that it's something you can accomplish, because unfortunately, if you... It's a cop-out to say that everything's too hard. That keeps a lot of people from trying. A lot of people say this is hard, that's hard, this is hard, that's hard. I got to tell you right now, and I'll give you my... Good morning, Paul, over on Rumble. I'll give you my thoughts on this. All right, Chief Locke, and you can take it. You can take it for what it's worth, right? Here's my opinion. My opinion is, and Sonny, you're going to love this one just as much with the conversations that we had last night, but my opinion is everybody has a mind. Yes, everybody has a brain. Let's put it that way. Everybody has a brain, right? So, my opinion is our brains are similar that to a, you know, maybe a computer mainframe, if you will, if you want to look at it like that, right? And in my opinion, if someone can do something, as can anyone else, right? So that's how I take on every challenge. If you know, person A, B, or C can do this, then there's absolutely no reason why I cannot as well. Why? Because our brains are the only thing that, you know, controls what it is that we do or we don't. Now, maybe we don't, maybe, you know, as we're sitting here, we don't know, like say me, I don't know what the proper input keys are to open said task, right? Somebody else does. However, that doesn't mean that it won't do it. When we sit here and we sit here in front of these computers, right? Just take this for instance. There's guys out there that can do all kinds of stuff on a computer, but yet you can't. That doesn't necessarily mean that, I mean, that means that the computer does it, right? So regardless, we have the same operating system, just sitting on a different version of it. Yeah, I guess. I mean, for me, just because you can't do something on a computer, and I mean, I don't know what I'm referencing to, but say somebody's a hacker, right? And I mean, I hate to look at it in that sense, but that's a lot of people don't know how to hack. You can't say, okay, well, I can't hack because my computer, or so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Anybody could. You just don't know the proper keystrokes to do said thing. But that doesn't mean that you can't learn, and that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that you've limited yourself to not do said task, right? So I always think of it the same way. I understand where G Flocke is coming from. In my opinion, it's not getting the hopes built up high, but remain positive enough to keep yourself motivated and working towards your goal. It's easier to understand the older you get. Yeah, that's true. You just always got to know that you can do it. I hate it when we have people, and a lot of you young people, and again, I'm not pushing this at you, G Flocke. I'm just saying, a lot of the young people say, oh, well, I just can't do it. And it never makes any sense to me. Yes, you can do it. Now, do you want to put in the work and effort to do it? Now, that's completely up to you. But there's no such thing as you can't do it. I'm an old part and I'm learning. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. That so many people are like, well, I just can't. I can't. I mean, you guys don't know how many people that, you know, I have in my DMs, and I'm talking about, okay, well, we could do this, you could do that. Well, I'm never going to be profitable. I just can't do it. Come on, man. You can do it. I mean, if anybody wants to do it, they can do it. Is it easy? No. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is some easy thing. I'm not going to be like all the rest of the YouTubers and tell you that here, buy my course, and in a month you're going to be driving around your Lambo and living in your mansion and flying your private jet. That's utter bullshit, guys. And I'm not going to sell you a course either. If anybody approaches you saying that they're me trying to sell you a course, believe it ain't me. I've got so many, there's so many people trying to impersonate me, guys. Please, nobody fall for any of that. If I'm asking for money, it's not me. I would never ask anybody for any kind of money. There is no secret trading strategy. There's no, you know, company that I'm with that, you know, some kind of big prop firm that's copy trading that you're allowed to, you know, sign up with if you give me this money. None of that stuff, guys. I don't do anything. This is what I do right here, and I never ask for money. I've heard so many stories about these scammers that are trying to scam people into giving them money for this, that, the other. I've got no secret groups, no secret prop firms, no secret nothing, guys. It's just right here, trading. I really wish this thing wouldn't have played out like this, because that's exactly the short we were looking for. Anyway. All right. Have at it, guys. It is what it is. This was right. We wanted a wick here and a close below. Then a wick back up. Timing just didn't work correctly. Myth, did you get that short, though? You said something about looking for a short. Hopefully you got it. It's a super good trade, Myth. But I just told the wife when I was out walking, we were out walking, and I was like, you know, I said if we could just get a close below with a nice top wick, it's after sweeping that, which should go down, but you're I disappear and never come back. I'm reality part 2 selling his courses. There you go. It's not easy. Literally 5 minutes ago, it's very easy. Consistent. Once you're consistent, it's very easy. Jeff, is that what you're asking me? Once you're consistent, it's very easy to make whatever kind of money you want. And that's what we were talking about when we were talking about Sonia. Getting consistent is not easy. That's where the work comes in at. But once you're consistent, there is nothing. The sky's the limit for how much money you make. What do you want to make? You know what I mean? And that just takes time to put yourself in a position to make whatever you want. I was joking, I know. Okay. I was just trying to be clear. Sometimes I say stuff and people do get confused, and it's, I think maybe I present stuff maybe not the greatest sometimes, right? I want to make about $10. So there you go. $10 should be doable. Yeah. $10 should be, and like I said, it's just a point of consistently making set amount of money, right? And then you just put it up from there. So just for instance, you know, you say you want to make $10 and you start by making $1. Not trying to be funny, but you start by making $10 a minute. You start by making $1. If you can consistently make a $1, you can easily make $10, which then you can easily make $100, which then you can easily make $1,000. It's just compounding at that point. And that's what people don't get. I mean, with the funded accounts, it makes it so easy today to do exactly that. Why? Because you can make X money, say $10 on one account, and then continue to either add contracts, which is all right if you have enough room, right? You still got to pay attention to your risk. You got to manage risk regardless, or add more accounts and just run a copy trader. So now you take one trade and it copies it, you know, times multiple accounts. So, and that's really where they're so much better.